GearNetwork.com.
The following is a presentation of the Gear Radio Network.
Yep.
So, Fat Man.
So, Sleazy.
Welcome, everyone, to the House of Wax Poker Room in Greece, New York, where no poker has happened.
Lies.
That is also
lies.
Well, one game has happened here. But you are all invited into the poker room while we talk about not poker-related things. It's a day one escapade on the wrestling show. Welcome, everyone. This is Sleazy.
We're not talking about day one. We're talking about Slapstick the Porno. Or Slapshot the Porno. Or whatever fucking movie that was.
Way to fuck it up.
You fucked it.
Too. I sleazy.
Slapstick the Porno.
I sleazied.
Welcome, everyone, to another wonderful episode. As you can tell, there's been a lot of conversation before we actually started taping. But today we have El Jodito Marco. Chip,
what's up, guys? From the office, and now I decided to give up the iPhone and bring the laptop back into play. Hopefully, it'll have a lot better resolution, sound, and video-wise.
Okay, for one, I don't speak Japanese, and two, are you in a closet?
No, those are that's my hockey jersey collection behind me. I have a Z-Rack.
A Z-Rack?
I think Chip is going to be coming out of the closet.
You're a dick.
Nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong.
No, this is just a spare mattress we have in the office because we ran out of room.
Right.
Look, I'll show it to you. It's actually a room. I swear to God.
Still looks like a fucking closet.
I know.
It's a big ass closet, you know.
Or in the east side of New York, a full-on apartment. Also, we have.
That's true as well.
Oh, today we have the king of Canadians. I guess.
Or Thibodeau?
Yeah, why not? Ryan Williams is here with us tonight.
Hey, I mean, like, I miss being a wrestler, I suppose, so I'm just going to ham up the promo and all the shit on the wrestling show. Yeah, I'm the king of Canadians, yeah.
You missed the opportunity there again, Sleazy. He's a king of Canadian style.
He doesn't phone it in.
I was waiting for him to say king of Got style. I was going to be like, I already put that on the t-shirt. You're behind.
Yeah, well, that's why I didn't say it. I think I said that on an earlier one, too. But anyway, we're all here. We're all enjoying life. We all watched day one-ish, not the Usos promo catchphrase, but like I-ished watched it. So
I was literally watching highlights before we came on. I fell asleep drinking because I worked both jobs that day.
I watched it from the comfort of my living room while watching other things on my phone. It was not very good, but we'll get into that.
WWE has a habit of doing that lately, from Survivor Series to even a worse version.
Yeah. Anyone watch the pre-show?
Yes, I actually did.
We all watched the pre-show, and there's evidence of that.
There is no evidence that I watched the pre-show.
You only just talked about it. In the chat.
Huzzah.
He's gonna go back and be like, unsent message.
Yeah, it's all deleted messages.
Delete.
There we go. I will admit I don't remember. I don't remember enough of what was on the pre-show to say I watched the pre-show. Let's just put it that way.
Rich Holland got his nose fucked up.
Oh, I thought that was on the main show.
No, that was the pre-show.
That was a pre-show.
Oh my goodness.
The pre-show.
The bar.
I miss 2.0 in WWE. I really do.
I do too.
The pre-takeover shows were great.
Yeah. So let's just get right out to it. Rich Holland no longer has a nose. Thanks to Ricochet.
I mean, it's still there. Kinda.
To the side.
Definitely to the side. And probably back a little.
Yeah.
Talk about a deviated septum.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was probably one of the, I don't want to say the worst injuries in the last year, but it's certainly
Injury of the year. This year's injury of the year.
it's certainly injury of the, yeah, it's certainly injury of the year. The very first fucking special event match. Speaking of which, what are we fucking calling these now?
What did WWE call them? Premium live specials or something like that?
No longer
or premium live events or something like that?
What the fuck does that mean?
It means a new branding instead of calling a pay-per-view. It's not a pay-per-view everywhere. And it's not a bad branding.
No.
I'm not saying it is. It's just, are we just going to make the title longer? Premium live event on Peacock and WWE where you don't get Peacock.
They want to use every letter
Trademark.
of the alphabet possible. That's what it is.
Well, they're working on it. They're getting close.
They just haven't figured the Z out yet.
Live on YouTube, by the way, because isn't the pre-show on YouTube as well?
Yeah, that's how I watched it at work.
Okay.
It's on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter.
Actually, I watched it on Facebook. I'm sorry. I watched it on Facebook.
It was on everywhere, which
Excellent.
is great.
Because all of a sudden, I'm at work and I got like 25 notifications of wrestlers giving interviews. I turned it on and it was the pre-show.
Excellent. So what did everyone think of the match?
Okay for a house show?
2.5 stars.
They did what they could. You know, Holland got hurt within the first, minute and a half, 2 minutes of the match.
Are they ever going to utilize Ricochet as he's supposed to be used? This is getting old.
Okay, so how is he? Okay, so
Oh, here
thank
we go.
you. How is he supposed to be used?
I don't know. You look at what he did in Lucha Underground and other federations, and
What's Lucha Underground?
Oh, go fuck yourself, first of all. Go
Sorry, he doesn't speak Japanese, so we have
Take-
to excuse him.
a huge 12-inch hockey stick and shove it sideways up your ass.
Damn it!
Thank you for
downstairs.
keeping with the theme. I appreciate that.
You're
Go
welcome.
puck yourself, bitch.
Go puck yourself. Very well done. Very well done, sir. He should be losing the WWE title to Brock Lesnar in about 35 seconds.
But he already lost a WWE title match to Brock Lesnar in like
No,
35 seconds.
as the champion.
Cool. No, I'm just making a point and I was like Chip growing up. Why isn't this guy the champion? Not everyone can be the champion. And they're not going to make Ricochet the champion.
But I'm not even saying make him a champion.
How
I'm
are
saying
you going to utilize him though? Like, what are you going to do?
stop him
to
being a
utilize him?
jobber? Stop him making him take the fall. Make it. I mean,
Like he didn't take the fall. Cesaro did.
this time. He
For
did.
once.
Right. Thank you. But
So
my thing is,
lawyered. What do you?
not really.
Yes, Bill, you
he
said that
wasn't
stop taking the fall. He didn't take the fall.
He was on the losing team of the pre-show match. That's what we're bitching about.
Okay.
I
I'm trying
just
to make a point as to say, how do you want them to use him?
He's a marquee star doing marquee things in an upper
being
mid-card
very
situation.
mediocre position.
Very fair.
It's just that they're going to lose him like they lose everybody.
Smart. Well,
when
Okay.
he came over, it was a thing to talk about. It was a thing to be talked about, and just like everyone else, they just let him fall by the wayside, and it's just getting frustrating as a fan to watch.
Marks like us know what he can do. Casual fans who actually watch Raw and SmackDown,
That's not true.
they should know what he should do.
That's not true at all, because every time he gets any type of ring time in, he's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, but he's not being marketed, and that's probably what Chip is doing.
Because
We know
he's
what he can do.
5'9" and 190 pounds. Yeah, I get it.
And that's what I'm trying to say. What do you want them to do with him? They're not going to market him. So
They could. They choose
could.
not to.
yeah.
And that's the complaint. That's the simple complaint. I mean, and you can make that complaint about a lot of people on the roster. And you're
Oh, yeah.
absolutely right. By the counterpoint is not everyone can be champion. But how...
Does he deserve the spot? Yeah, duh. He's
Yeah.
Ricochet.
Right. But I think that's the bigger, we'll talk about it later when we talk about the WWE title, because I feel like it works well into talking about that.
By the way, when did Sleazy start running these these segments again. No
Right,
wonder why
I know.
This is garbage. Match went 9 minutes and 45 seconds. Ken gave this 2 3/4 stars. My notes were they did a decent job, seeing as how the 99% of the match was on the fly.
Yeah.
So
They turned chicken shit into chicken salad.
I agree with Chip. It was an okay match for a house show, but that's actually not bad for what they had to work with. Ryan's been so quiet.
And yet,
because I mean, like even on a rant, and all that match needs to be talked about with how Ridge Holland had a face smash and Sheamus fucking deserved the win on the fly match because it was 2 versus 1. How long did we just spend talking about that?
Don't tell me what to do. You're not my real dad.
Ryan's the handicap wrestling enthusiast.
Yes,
yeah, I'm a tag team wrestling enthusiast. I'm not a handicap wrestling enthusiast.
Well, how
One
do you
on
afford
tag.
handicap?
Wait a second. Wasn't your gimmick
Never
a
mind.
handicap gimmick?
Never mind.
So therefore, you are the handicap wrestling enthusiast. So, fuck off.
And we're canceled this week.
That only took how many days
I-
into the new year?
18 minutes.
I said handicapped. I didn't say anything derogatory. I just said handicapped.
Handy-capable.
Technically, it'll be like 8 days into the new year because this don't air till the 8th.
Yes.
Or as my wife says, VIP.
There you go. There you go. And also 2.5 stars as well. I agree with all you.
Okay, so let's go to the main show, where it was the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. The Usos defends against the New Day. And, of course, day one had to start with the Usos, because that just makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Why they're not the
This was the second best match of the night.
Say what now?
This was the second best match of the night. This match was fucking great.
You said the second best match of the night.
Yeah.
He's going to say it's the best match of the night. I'm
Right
pretty
now,
sure.
this is match of the year.
Oh, fuck off.
Fucking loophole.
I'm not wrong.
You are wrong, but
There's no match on this show that was better than this match.
there was more than just this show that happened.
And there's more to come this week.
By the time this makes air, there will be a new match of the year.
Oh, yes, there will.
I doubt that, actually.
What?
Get the fuck off of here.
Are you fucking high?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
The 2 good nights of Wrestle Kingdom will be done by the time this makes air.
Oh, I forgot.
You fucking Mark.
I forgot about Wrestle Kingdom.
No, you go shove it
And
up
No, I really did forget about Wrestle
your
Kingdom.
crease. I was trying to find...
Your crease, I just watched the...
I'm trying to find more hockey terms, but I'm not good enough at this.
No, you're not. You're terrible.
You definitely just
Thank
iced
you.
him.
You're terrible.
Thank you.
Anyway, 4 1/4. This match was great. John Cann gave it 4.5. It was 17 minutes and 5 seconds. It was your typical New Day versus Usos match. It was great.
Which means it's a great match.
Which is great. So, yeah. Ryan, you're the handicap tag team wrestling enthusiast.
Wow.
That's getting over now.
Yay.
Oh, no.
Jesus Christ.
20 minutes into the first episode of the season and canceled.
Outside of my second best match of the night because of 2 matches happening on the card. No, this was fantastic for the boys. I feel like if the main event had to have gone on longer in terms of time, the main event would have been match of the night, but this was clearly match. Like, nothing else on this card touches tag match.
Concur.
It's not even their best match.
It's not. I even wrote that in my notes. The scary part is that they've had better matches.
No.
Better matches. Okay, Sleazy.
Still 4-star match. I mean, you can't really fault the match at all. The only thing, like I said, they've had better matches and that's it.
It's funny, but look at how this match has been talked about. It's been like, it's an average Usos versus New Day match, 4 stars. Like it's nothing.
Right.
I mean,
Right?
They are. They're both fucking phenomenal teams. They're great at what they do, and they're entertaining as hell to watch. So when you put them in the ring, you're going to have nothing but gold medals.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or hat tricks, or slap shots, whatever you want to talk.
Yeah, I was hoping you stuck with the hockey porno theme, but god damn it.
Gold medals? Trust me. It's a gold medal.
This ain't the Miracle on Ice.
It's
Pretty damn close.
Oh, but Canada near shuts down if Canada's in the finals of the Olympics too. Let's be real.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Okay, Chip, what'd you rate it?
Definitely 4.5. I thought it was entertaining as hell to watch. I always love it. And look, Xavier Woods got time, and he looks really damn good. Like I said, most underrated wrestler of the year from last year, Mr. Xavier Woods. Looked good and got time on the show. And I've always been a fan. I haven't always been a fan of the New Day, but I have always been a fan of whenever Xavier Woods tags with oh Jesus Christ, I just went blank on his name.
Kofi Kingston.
Thank you, God. Yes, I'm sorry.
A former WWE champion, Kofi Kingston.
You know, a former WWE champion that lost his title to Brock Lesnar.
Look into it.
Which so many have before.
Sleazy goes, gets a drink, and I'm sitting here like, oh, look, jug.
I forgot where the camera was.
That was a no-look pass right there, guys. No-look pass. Couldn't find the camera.
Are we balls deep in the goalie net?
Drew McIntyre.
Balls deep in the goalie. Yeah, that's possible.
Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss. Also 9 minutes 45 seconds. Ken gave this 2 3/4.
I thought it was a little better than that.
Huh? Okay, talk about it.
I don't know. I just like the back and forth, the action. I thought I would at least give it 2 3/4.
That's what Ken gave it. 2 3/4.
I thought you said 2 1/4.
Did I say 2 1/4? I might have said 2 1/4. 2 3/4. See, that's what he wrote it. My bad.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why I said it was better than what you said.
Oh, because I can't read my handwriting. That's a 3, not a 1.
That would be a 2-minute penalty for transcribing incorrectly.
Get in the hole.
Get in the box.
Box. Shit! God damn it!
Get in the sin bin.
Motherfucker. I thought Drew was very generous with the offense.
Yeah.
This is a man that beat Brock Lesnar. One of maybe 6 on the roster currently, at most. Barely beating Madcap Moss. I think that's phenomenal. That being said, did Madcap Moss deserve that much of a rub right now? I don't know. The match was decent. I gave it 2.5, but it was an interesting booking. Let's just put it that way. It was interestingly agented, I guess. Because I would not have given him that, especially when they got their comeuppance later on in the night. I would have seen maybe like a 3-minute, Madcap gets a little bit of heat in, and then Drew just claymores the shit out of him, wins, great, and then later on in the night, they Pillmanize him like they did as it was. But just to give him that much offense is kind of crazy.
Wrong kid died. Wrong kid died. If Corbin was in this match would have been a lot better. If it was the exact same match, this match would have been a lot better. Not anything against Madcap or whatever the fuck his name is. It's just Corbin should have been the person in that spot. It wasn't. It was weird, and it should have been Corbin taking the loss.
To be fair, and I just want to say this while we're kind of talking about him, I think Ridge Holland is Madcap Moss. By the way, he just seems like a Madcap Moss. He does not seem like a Ridge Holland.
Okay, so what you're saying is, Ryan, is that the wrong kid died, as in like the wrong person took the loss.
The wrong person was in the match.
Okay, I was just like, you thought Madcap was supposed to beat Drew McIntyre?
No. It was. Okay. It shouldn't have been Madcap in the match. It should have been Drew and Baron, especially on your first show. I think they went with the wrong person in the mini feud that they were having to have that match.
I agree with that.
Well, at least Madcap bumped his ass off for Drew.
Well, what the fuck else was he going to do?
I mean, 2 stars. It turned into a decent little mess. I have some notes actually on Drew McIntyre. Apparently, the day one injury, well, a little bit later on in the show, they attack him, beat the fuck out of him, took him out. Apparently, McIntyre is dealing with legit neck issues in recent weeks, and he's going an MRI and tests Monday, or last Monday, or today. Which is why WWE wrote him out as a way to be proactive about the situation. There's no time frame for McIntyre's return to the ring, but there's hopes that WWE his absence is short term. His status was described as up in the air by doctors.
They want him back probably by Rumble.
So why have him in the match? Just do an angle on Raw or something. That would have freed up 10 minutes for the main event.
They didn't need to free up any more time.
They lost the match and still needed more time for the main event. I love it.
Raw Tag Team Championships, Rated RKO defends against Street Profits.
Rated RKO doesn't exist.
Oh, shit. I wrote Rated RKO. RK Bro. I wrote Rated RKO, but then when I put in the winner section, I put RK Bro. I'm Rated RK Bro. Wow. Holy shit. I'm having a stroke. 11 minutes and 15 seconds. Ken gave this 3 stars. Ryan, you're the tag team wrestling enthusiast.
Yo, dog, I heard you like tag matches on the show, by the way.
I love tag matches.
3 out of 4 right now.
Are you still counting the 3-star? Or are you counting that?
Technically, it was a tag team match.
That turned into a handicap match. 2-on-1.
A handicap tag match.
It was 1 on tag. 1
There were still
on
tags.
tag.
There were still tags.
1.
Therefore, it was still a tag team match.
It was a tag team match.
I think that they had a good match, not as good as the Usos and the New Day, but face versus face is always a hard thing to kind of work in the crowd because you don't get that dynamic storytelling a lot of the time. So it was good. The finish was fucking great. I enjoyed the match. I can't really shit out of it. I can pick it apart as much.
You're reading my notes. Good match. Not as good as the SmackDown tag title match, but it was, for this one, was solid with a great RKO finish. 3 stars. Chip.
I agree. 3 stars, and I agree it wasn't as good as the first match. But there was talk of them turning the Street Profits heel, or having one turn on the other, but that didn't happen.
The Street Profits worked as a heel tag team because they needed someone in the match to work as a heel tag team. And if you're going to have that one guy, Migos, come down with RK Bro, yes, Lacey, I said it. In their hometown, I guess RK Bro are wrestling as the faces. Like, so.
Okay, let me tell you how you're all wrong, okay? This ought to be fun.
Okay, so we're all wrong, therefore.
First of all,
he's wrong.
We're right.
Okay, what is the 3D?
Dudley Death Drop?
It's a lifting into a cutter, right?
Yeah.
That was the finish to the Usos versus the New Day match, correct?
Kinda. Yeah.
No, it was exactly what it was. What was the finish to RK Bro versus the Street Profits? Damn it, D-Lo!
It wasn't the same.
It was exactly the same. The only difference is he let go of it first. Yeah, fuck all of you. It was the same fucking finish. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Damn it, D-Lo. He threw him. That was the only difference.
It's different.
Oh, it's the same fucking finish, you fucking marks. It's all the same finish. It's like Devon Dudley forgot to hold on to him. That's the only difference.
You can't say
it's the same fucking finish.
But the only difference is you can't say it's the same.
Yes, I can. Watch me. It's the same effective finish.
When you literally said
it's a lifting cutter.
You said it yourself. There's a difference.
No,
by the way, you said D-Lo. It's definitely Devon. No,
damn it. No. It's damn it, D-Lo. As in you made because you made the same finish for.
It's not the same finish
because it's the same producers doing the same finish. It's an old OSW review bit. Anywho, but yeah. Anywho, why the fuck did we need two fucking face teams? One of which was working as a heel because the other one by default had to be super faces because they brought down Migos. And
which one of them is the Migos?
They're all the Migos. They're
No,
Amigos.
One of them is just called Migos. I know that. There has to be.
They're all Migos.
And what are
the
they?
group is the Migos.
Can we hire
The Migos. Because of course the announcer can't even say their name right. He calls them the Migos. Okay, whatever.
What do they do?
They're a rap group.
Rappers.
Yeah. They're hip hop. They're a hip hop group.
I was gonna say I'm a rapper, but I use too much tape.
Aha!
All right, that's 5 minutes for delay of game. Get the fuck out of here.
I hope you step on a Lego shaped like a hockey puck.
And guess where that's going? Right up your ass. Got to make it sexual here in the wrestling show. Have to.
Because it wouldn't be the wrestling show unless it was.
That might
Yes,
be
I
really
know who they are. They have terrible fucking music. I think they did like a halftime show or something at one football event.
From what Ryan said, one of them is married to Cardi B.
No, that was sleazy. But
Yeah.
We talked about that before the show, Chip.
Yeah, oh, okay, that's right.
But
It's all the same. No one knows.
But
Drink.
They're terrible. They did something and their music was just god awful. I'm just like,
there's no point in this entire thing anyway. They did
and they
nothing.
said they were going to perform, but they didn't perform. They just showed up. It was all like,
Well, funny you should say that because if you listen to them on the pre-show, they said a special performance by Migos, and then they immediately retcon it like 5 minutes later and say, "Oh, they're appearing."
oh, maybe I don't know.
Special
maybe I was, like,
appearance.
Yeah, they quickly changed their fucking tone
I
about
didn't
that.
hear
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, let's not put them on. It won't be good.
Well, it's not that. It's the fact that they probably weren't set up to do a musical performance. They're just there as
So
somehow.
someone whoever said it fucked it up then.
Exactly. But there's no reason for them to be out during this match of all matches. It was kind of a strange match to bring out. The tag match itself was kind of strange. Not a huge fan of it, but it wasn't bad. Yeah, I don't understand why you guys liked it so much, I guess. I don't know.
You won't be a Hall of Famer like me if you didn't listen to this.
The finish was goddamn the fucking same.
No, it's not. Star rating?
It was not the same.
Star rating?
2 3/4.
The Miz versus Edge. 20 minutes! Ken gave us 3 1/4. It definitely went way too long.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was still a good match. It was predictable that Beth Phoenix would come down and somehow get involved in some way.
And yet they fucked that up.
Yeah. Because they show her, and then her music plays like 5 minutes later.
Yeah. They both motion to her. The camera's not on her yet. They're like, "Oh my God, it's Beth. Oh my God, it's Beth. Oh my God, it's Beth." And then finally they go to Beth with this tight shot of Beth and nothing else. And then she sits there forever and then finally gives up, starts walking, and then her music hits. Like, what the fuck?
Have you noticed that the production on the show wasn't really that great?
It was terrible. There was a lot of really strange, the Pillmanized thing, the whole bit with Drew McIntyre, such a mess, absolutely a mess in terms of just shaky camera, and you didn't even see what was really happening. It was terrible.
Oh, I gave it 3 stars, by the way. It's still a good match.
I'm not saying I wasn't saying it was a bad match. I like this better than the tag match.
What?
I rated it the same.
I gave this 3.5 stars. But you're absolutely right. It was too long. But I think they did a good job for what they were trying to accomplish.
Either Ryan's really tired, really high, or really confused, or all 7 of them.
All 7.
All of them. All of them.
Okay, go Ryan.
I will give you that it was too long, but outside of that, this was like proper booking for both people in the match. It was a good little return, or would have been a good little return for Beth had they not botched the fuck out of that. I mean, like, that is definitely setting up for a mixed tag match, whether that's the Rumble or the Mania, but it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
I assume the Rumble, right?
I would assume
hope so.
so too.
And now we have something that technically people shouldn't bitch about because they're about to invest time into this. This is going to be a prominent storyline for the people that are in it. And it's going to prove storytelling and long-term storytelling for the next couple of months. So it's giving people what they want.
So when are they going to cancel the match because 3 out of 4 of them gets COVID?
Right.
Oh, not until the absolute last second that they can.
Right.
I will actually be in the seats for Royal Rumble, and me and Del will get an update on our phones saying the match has been canceled due to COVID.
Are you going to Rumble?
Me and Del both are. Yep.
Nice. Probably
Flying
should have
out
done
that
that.
Friday morning. Flying out Friday morning and coming back Sunday.
How many hours? That's on a Saturday, isn't it?
13.
It
13.
Is it
on
13?
Saturday.
13. Sleazy. I got nothing better to do.
Because it's on a Saturday, it's more like...
I know.
Yeah,
I got nothing better to do.
this might happen. I don't know.
Let me know.
I
Legit,
will let you
me
know. I might... I
Well, let
wanted...
us know.
We haven't
Let us
done
know.
a Rumble yet.
Rumble. Mm-hmm.
We just need a Rumble and a Survivor Series.
I mean, all I have left to do is Survivor Series and SummerSlam.
Don't bother.
we were going to do Survivor Series, but then tickets got jacked way the fuck up when they announced Lesnar Goldberg, and there was a massive snowstorm coming, so we wanted to get the fuck home.
Oh, yeah. What? And that was the one you should have been there live because that was crazy.
We went to TakeOver the night before, but there was
Yeah.
like a massive, massive snowstorm.
That was the one in Toronto.
Yeah. Anyway, Chip, what do you think of the match?
I thought it was good. A little long, but I do like the bringing up of Beth Phoenix to be Edge's counterpart, and of course, I'm always going to love Edge's entrance when he puts the Brood with it. What can I say? Edge and Miz are two great wrestlers, and they always put on good matches. 3.5 stars.
When are we going to throw $1,000 at fucking Gangrel to let him over there once?
Well, AEW, you all heard that story, right? AEW tried to get him, and then WWE beat them to the spot because he was already signed up to go to AEW and use the Gangrel entrance, and then they were like, "Yeah, we kind of can't have you do that anymore."
Tony Khan
But
still paid him.
But Gangrel loved what Edge did with it. He loved the fact that Edge was able to do it, but he kind of got screwed over in the same price.
He still got paid, though.
He still got paid. Yeah.
He got paid, but that I'm saying that there was someone that had it in mind for him to do. And WWE beat him to it and gave it to Edge.
And I'm just going to throw this out there, and I know that this is kind of a strange one to throw out there, but whatever. Promoters that listen to this show, all one of you, if you're looking for somebody that's got great name value and can still go in the ring and is a great value for what you pay them, Gangrel is it. A very, very great worker, still going strong, and very good value for the money.
I will talk to Phil Stamper about that of MCW.
He already knows.
Fair enough. That's my only connection.
So they're only really using half the dome.
Wait,
Well, yeah,
what?
they got to.
They're only really using half the dome.
They
Oh,
did
in
the
St.
same
Louis?
thing. They did the same thing for in Tampa. In Tampa,
We lost Fat Man.
he probably came unplugged.
You're unplugged, Fat Man.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're muted.
I somehow got muted. I don't know how I did
Yeah,
that.
sat on the fucking cord.
No, my cord. Oh, maybe my cord got pushed in. But anyway, yeah, there's. Here, I'll send a screenshot to the group so everyone can see. But
Yo, dog, this is a podcast.
yep. Ryan, did you talk about the match?
I did.
Okay, let's go to the Raw Women's Championship. Becky Lynch defends against Liv Morgan. 17 minutes. The match went, and John Cann gave this 3.5 stars. Sleazy, you're the women's wrestling enthusiast.
Not American wrestling.
Yeah, right? I believe there is a warm bowl of water upstairs that I can go drink. That's about it. I could not cared less. Could not have cared less about this match. It was fine. And it was... I don't understand why they did it. You know, it was definitely trying to get Liv Morgan over, but it didn't accomplish that at all. And it makes me feel sad about the women's division currently in WWE in general.
You're wrong.
Oh, here we go.
Liv Morgan was already over before the match.
She was not.
Watch the product.
I did watch the product.
Not just this show.
I did watch the product.
Not just a going home show.
You didn't.
I didn't watch that. Fuck that.
He didn't watch.
What the fuck would I watch that for?
Raw. He hasn't watched Raw since like
1994.
But yeah, watch the product. She was already over. The match was good. I gave it 3 stars. Liv Morgan has improved a lot, has continued to impress. Becky Lynch's win was predictable, so really no time during that match you thought Liv Morgan was going to win. If that's what you're meaning, Sleazy. But it doesn't mean she's not over. And has solid action.
Facing Becky Lynch here did her no favors.
You're wrong again.
Okay.
I agree with Sleazy facing Becky Lynch here did her no favors because the finish was fucked up.
That I agree with.
That match is fine. I do disagree with you that fucking Liv's over. She's a tiny little cute girl and people believe her when she gets the shit beat out of her. Like, that's an easy sell for people, right? So she is over. But that finish didn't help her. If that finish was supposed to be as good on the rope again to make her look good, the fact that she's never put on the rope, so she just beat her clean, why the fuck is Liv Morgan going to get another shot again? Who cares?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Chip.
I was actually one of the highlights of that match was, and it should have been faster, as Ryan pointed out to me earlier, when Liv hit the springboard powerbomb. I thought that was pretty cool. But this is actually one of the Becky Lynch matches I watched that I was definitely disinterested in. It just couldn't keep my attention. It couldn't catch my attention to begin with. I'm not sure if I'm happy with Becky Lynch anymore, even as a champion. I don't know. It just seems like she's starting to mail it in to me.
Shinsuke Lynch?
I disagree with that.
You're entitled to your opinion, even though it could be wrong.
Could be.
Big time Becky Nakamura?
If she was Asian, she never would be on that show.
You're damn fucking right.
For one.
I personally think this has been the best Becky Lynch ever.
Well, no, I'm saying she has been, but she's starting to lose to me, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I understand that because that was me before she left. Before she left, I was just like, fuck Becky Lynch. And now that she's back, she's come back that little bit different. I like big time Becky. Becky can be a piece of shit. Cool. Becky's a good piece of shit. Give her.
She's learned from Seth Rollins.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Speaking of that.
So wait. Does that mean talent is sexually transmissible and AJ Lee was wrong?
Fatal 5-way match for the WWE Championship. Big E defends against Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, Black Lesnar, and real Lesnar?
Yes!
The match went only 8 minutes and 18 seconds. Ken gave this 3 3/4 stars. I'm going to start with Chip.
I like the match. I love the new Brock Lesnar, by the way. I like the fact that he can talk. Well, we all know he can talk on his own, but now he's actually doing it. He's finally a guy that I find worthwhile to watch, and he's actually not mailing it in anymore. He's actually making more of an effort. And the way he manhandled Kevin Owens was impressive. Kevin Owens is a big dude, and the way he was just throwing him around like a rag doll was impressive. I don't know if the right guy won. I still think Owens should have won, but we'll see. 3 3/4.
Ryan.
I feel like if this match had to get more time, it would have been fucking fantastic, and it would have been a match. Every other match this year would have had to have gone against the big match of the year, because the 5 of these people could have been fucking amazing, but they just got hit with target straight.
Yes, I'm nodding my head on
they got WWE'd.
I actually disagree with that.
What?
Really? What the fuck?
Wiggles misses me.
Yeah, apparently so. I disagree with the fact that giving them more time would have made this like match of the year. To be fair, my bias multi-man matches are showing, so I will concede that. But I think that for 8 minutes, this was a car crash, and I loved every second of it.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And
that was hard hitting. Yes, it was.
And the only reason why that's the case is Brock fucking Lesnar.
Oh
no,
let's say because he got 8 minutes.
That's I mean, yes, but also I think Brock Lesnar has a big part of that because that's the kind of match he puts together. So all that being said, really, fuck you. Can't even pin Owens or Rollins or any. Has to be Big E. Has to be fucking Big E. Put the title on Lesnar. Really? We just need Woods now to win the WWE title so Lesnar can take it off of him too, right? Come on, really?
3 of the 4 African American WWE Championship reigns has been ended by Brock Lesnar.
Yes, I am. It's a great match, marred by the booking decision, not necessarily the finish, but the decision to put the title on Lesnar and specifically have him beat Big E for it. I'm not a fan of that for obvious reasons, but it makes, and we've been kind of saying this throughout the entire reign of Big E, is that he hasn't really had that marquee true match that's put him over as like, he is in that echelon, so that if he loses the WWE title, he has an out to go back into it. Like right now, he will be back in the mid card in 3 weeks, and that's fucking ridiculous.
If he had to have that match he had with Sheamus on SmackDown during this title reign at some point, that would have made this title reign better. Because there would have been that legitimate reign to always bring him back into the main event as per how you're describing it. I think, and I will always say, the second somebody wins the world title, you can automatically bring them back into the world title mix in some way, shape, or form, because they are former world champions. You can always go back to that well.
My answer is Kofi Kingston's in a tag match in the opening card. You know, I mean,
Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, where's Jinder Mahal? You know, they're
wrestling on main event, and if they ever need to go back to India and promote a former fucking WWE champion, guess what's going to happen?
He's going to go back and lose to Triple H again.
And it was such an honor for him to do that.
I'm not. Okay, we're kind of blurring some lines here, because from a perspective of money making, absolutely, Jinder Mahal is a fucking star in India, and they would be fucking idiots not to put him in a main event spotlight when they do go to India. But that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is that from a generalized perspective, nobody looks at Jinder Mahal like they look at even Bobby Lashley. They don't look at Jinder Mahal like they look at Drew McIntyre even, or Roman Reigns, or Brock Lesnar, or all these upper tier guys that constantly kick out of finishers. And that's my other problem with the match, is how many fucking finishers did Big E take throughout the match?
One.
Did he eat 3 F5s?
He threw F5s at everyone.
No, Lesnar hit Big E with 3 F5s.
No,
he only hit him with 1.
Him with 1.
Just
the
one.
The only person in that match that did not take an F5 was Bobby Lashley.
Yeah. And that was probably done because they wanted to go forward with the Lashley-Lesnar feud.
It was believed that there were plans for Big E to retain the WWE title at day 1 prior to Roman Reigns testing positive for COVID. Talent were told that Brock Lesnar was added to the WWE title match in mid-afternoon on the day of the show. The original match was reported to last around 30 minutes, including entrances. Goddamn, I am having a stroke. The match with Lesnar ended up under 9 minutes. Lesnar winning the WWE title was a big change of plans, but it won't affect WrestleMania. WWE is still going forward with the WrestleMania direction, and the writing team was told that, quote, this change will only enhance the Reigns, Heyman, Brock Lesnar storyline.
Really? Really? Unless they're playing some major unification thing.
So this is what I'm thinking. By the way, the match was way too short, but
We were both wrong.
What was it, 2?
2.
Where was the
so
first one then?
But he never kicked out of it.
when he hit that flurry of F5s, the only one he didn't hit was Lashley, boys. Do the math there.
But still, he didn't kick out of it.
Yeah, he didn't kick out of it.
He just hit it. But anyway, I digress. The match was way shorter, but there was action throughout. Surprised by the Lesnar finish, which left more questions than answers. But I still gave this a 3.5 stars. Ryan, did you even talk about the match or no?
I thought I did. I mean, again, I thought, yeah, I did, because I said the matches should have been longer and it would have been match of the year.
Chip, did you talk about it?
I talked about it first.
Okay, then overall, I actually thought this was a good show. Like, it wasn't spectacular or anything, but I thought it was good.
I can't wait till I come across a show that I actually don't fall asleep in.
Well,
and that comes from me working too much. But I just want to be able to stay awake and watch a fucking show.
Okay.
I thought the show was a definite you show. It kicked off amazing and it finished pretty nicely with the 2 major matches, and everything else was meh.
Ryan?
As a person that likes most wrestling, I think this is a great start to what is going to be a very eventful week of wrestling to start off 2022.
Yeah. 3 shows we got. Well, technically, if you count Wrestle Kingdom Day 3.
Yo, dog.
Okay, well, it's foolishness anyway, because it's on every day of the week. But right now, you got, since this is on a Saturday, we had Raw, NXT with their New Year's Evil, Dynamite with the first episode on TBS. You got Impact on Thursday, which leads into SmackDown on Friday. Saturday is AEW's Battle of the Belts, and Impact's pay-per-view was Saturday night. Then New Japan on the 4th, which would be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with 3 shows.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
No, they're not on Thursday.
It's Tuesday, Wednesday, and the
it's
next
Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the 6th or something.
It's the 8th, I think.
I thought it was the 6th.
This comes out on the 8th, so I would say it's the 8th.
I think it's the 8th.
If it's a Saturday.
Yes.
It could be Saturday into, like, Sunday morning. So technically that would be the 9th, but...
4th, 5th, and 8th.
Yeah, okay.
So that's the same as AEW Battle of the Belts and Impact pay-per-view.
Wait, AEW has a special on the 8th?
Yeah, Saturday night is their Clash of the Champions Battle of the Belts.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes and Sammy Guevara in a rematch. Britt Baker and I want to say Rio.
I believe it's Rio.
Yeah.
I'll be watching that.
Of course there is. If there wasn't an agent, you want to watch it.
Exactly.
Surprised you watched this show. So
you're right. I had to for the podcast. Okay, we'll be back after these messages.
WWE announced a sold-out crowd of 13,657 for the show. Of course, those are boasted by WWE's own attendance figures because, according to Wrestle Tickets, there was only 10,397 fans or tickets sold on the morning of the show. So, but here's the thing. Walk-ups. Also, WWE's a publicly traded company, and with their attendance figures, they can't lie. They probably could in the past, but now they can't because they got to account for each and every ticket sold to their stockholders.
So what are they claiming?
They could be telling the stockholders that it's this many were a number that they announced on the show when the stockholders asked. They'd be like, "Boys, this many were free and this many were sold." You know what I mean? So what they could be announcing on the show could be different from the total sales because there's like so many free. Like,
no, you're right, but at the same time, when they say it's sold out crowd of 13,000.
Yeah, they can say that all they want. The number that matters to shareholders is the actual amount of revenue they make off the ticket sales. They don't. Yes. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So they can sell one ticket for 500,000, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And then pay for the rest of the event, and they can claim they sold 14,000 tickets, but the shareholders from a legal perspective, yeah.
I just think wrestle tickets is like wrestle votes. They're fucking wrong all the time. I can just do a simple fucking Ticketmaster search and find out they're wrong.
I'm not saying that they're wrong or they're not wrong. I'm just saying that the way that they're claiming it is kind of suspect. Just how they're
WWE?
Everyone involved, because at the end of the day, everyone knows that they still pay per events.
They also sell sold shows too.
And they also sell on Ticketmaster, who has been very well known to buy their own tickets and sell them again.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's all a fucking joke.
Okay. So apparently my girl, Sasha, who wasn't on the fucking show.
Yep.
Reportedly got injured at a house show, but apparently she says she's fine. So we'll see.
That's fine as long as she's not on TV.
Fuck off. Better than fucking some. What's her name?
I don't know. She hasn't been on TV in so long. I don't know her name is anymore.
Asukea?
Ascuba.
Let's talk about Big Swole.
Why?
Why?
Brandon's not on the show. We don't need to do this.
My response to Big Swole is my exact response that I said in the chat. And that's not a diversity thing. It was a black thing, because you can't, when you look at the diversity part of it, like, there's a lot of fucking diversity.
That's the point. But there are some people, which Sleazy's going to love to hear this, like Leo Rush, who tweeted, apologize, and then tagged AEW. It says, apologize at AEW. Listen, everyone who listens to the show knows that I like a lot of people that work for AEW. I'm just not a big fan of how it's run and how it's booked. But she has nothing to stand on. There's no... Even, what's his name? Powerhouse Hobbs came out and said, like, listen, I've been put in some big-time matches in some places where I shouldn't even be in the ring with these guys, but they gave me the opportunity to do it.
Not a leg, not a toothpick, not a chicken bone, if you got to stand up.
Yeah. So... Chip's just all.
I'm just listening.
Chip has plausible deniability if he just listens.
He's guilty by association. Fuck him.
The
wrestlers with the most matches in 2021 for WWE were Dominic Mysterio had 65.
Really?
Bobby Lashley had 70. AJ Styles at 71, Jimmy Uso at 72, Big E at 77, Charlotte Flair, the most of any female. No, I lied. Charlotte Flair, not the most of any female. Charlotte Flair at 78, Jey Uso and Riddle both at 81, Bianca Belair the most of any female at 82, and number one is Drew McIntyre in 95 matches with like 73 wins or something like that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That is a growth number.
93 matches.
95 matches. Did I say
Excuse
93?
me. 95 matches. That might have been me. So a third of the year, a quarter of the year. Maybe I can do some math here. I've outsourced all the math to my Asian wife. It's fine. A quarter of the year spent wrestling matches. That's fucking phenomenal. That is just a lot of wear and tear.
Imagine if there was no pandemic going on and house shows every weekend.
Right.
He probably would have had at least 300 matches.
Yeah, it's obscene. It's absolutely obscene.
Okay, now it's time for our favorite part of the show. According to...
Fuck Dave Meltzer.
As far as reasons for Toni Storm and why she left WWE, the reason I heard was burnt out, essentially. I heard from some people there. Wow. It was kind of the feeling, if you watch the build-up for her in her Charlotte Flair feud, what the fuck is this guy talking about? I'm having a stroke reading this. That's probably why I keep having strokes every week. It was kind of the feeling, if you watch the build-up with her in her feud with Charlotte Flair, and you're probably, if you were her,
Wait, what?
Right. And you think about your job as opposed to just doing your job, you probably are going to ask a lot of questions like, why did I get pie thrown in my face twice when I'm the baby face? Even though she did get her revenge, why were you building up to a big match? So I got my ass kicked and won by disqualification. Why did I not win that match? The one thing with WWE is they are about feeding their top stars. They have their protective stars. Storm's release, this is not from Meltzer. Storm's release came from a major surprise to see maybe it is from Meltzer. Storm's release came as a major surprise. They forgot the word many, to many within the company. She wrestled last Tuesday in Washington, D.C. in a triple threat match with Sasha and Charlotte, but then flew home from Baltimore on Wednesday morning. That's it. So, yeah. I don't buy it. It's just Dave Meltzer trying to give me a stroke.
Cool.
That's probably why he's doing it.
I don't give a single fuck.
No.
So she's going to sign with AEW, have a match with Britt Baker, lose, and then do nothing?
No.
I was going to say, my question is now, is where does Juice Robinson live?
Japan.
Japan.
Yeah, where do you think Tony Storm's going?
Stardom.
With her husband.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, they're married?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're married.
I did not know that.
Married or getting married, but yeah.
I believe they're already married.
I did not know that.
Actually, isn't he part of in JPW in
Strong.
America?
Yeah.
Yeah, Strong.
But they're going
He's probably in LA then.
Then I'll recant the statement of her going to Japan and say she's going to AEW. I was looking at it now when I was trying to figure it out. The only really spot to go if you're a good women's wrestler now, if you really want to steal stuff from somebody, will be from AEW.
They're engaged to be married. They're not married yet.
Ooh, she's bisexual. Good for her.
Well,
Okay, let's talk about Alberto Del Rio now.
again, why?
Why?
Apparently, Alberto Del Rio said in the interview, it's like, oh, how do you think about going to AEW? And he's all like, oh yeah, I have a lot of contacts in AEW. You know, we're in the process of talking. Well, apparently, AEW No. Apparently, AEW is the only one that's, quote, semi-interested in Del Rio, and that semi-interest is not at all.
Maybe a one-off, I'm hearing.
Like, WWE, Impact, obviously, won't fucking touch him with a 10-foot pole.
Oh, hell no. Especially Impact. Impact got burned hardcore with him.
And then...
Not again.
And then he comes out with stupid shit like this. This is him doing an interview. He's speaking with his PR agent. This is about Paige. Listen to this shit. This is fucking hilarious. The people who have wanted to damage me have been left behind. I don't focus on that anymore, and I can't hold on to grudges. I don't have any interest in countering them. But if I wanted to, in my hands, I have the power to take Paige out of her job in 2 seconds. I can bring out one of her videos of domestic violence and she would not go back to work. I don't have any interest in that. So he says, I don't hold any grudges, but I'm keeping this video. So if she pisses me off, I'm just going to release it.
First of all, that's not going to happen because she was literally hardcore fucking Xavier Woods and still didn't get fired. Okay?
Well,
neither one got fucking canned.
Well, to play devil's advocate, fucking someone on camera and beating the shit out of your domestic partner on camera are a little two different things.
Not really. Chip, you have knowledge.
What the fuck, y'all? That's bullshit.
That was so terrible. I love that.
Oh, I was going to say, there's a picture of her with a dick and cum on the NXT Women's title, and she didn't get fired. So
that's also very much the truth. You've literally damaged the brand that way, and she didn't get fired over it.
Did she damage it or enhance it?
She made it under the semen.
Oh, no.
We're off to see what we can see. Oh, my God. This is an
Impact has announced dates and
2 minutes for
locations.
delay of game. 2 minutes for delay of game. Maybe a game misconduct involved.
Ryan's standing in a corner now.
Impact has announced the dates and locations of their No Surrender Sacrifice events and their Rebellion event. No Surrender will take place February 19th at the Alario Center in fucking New Orleans.
Some little shitty place in New Orleans. Okay, gotcha.
Sacrifice will take place March 5th in Paris Town Hall in Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville.
And Rebellion will take place on the April 23rd from the Mid-Hudson Civic Center in Poughkeepsie, New York.
Hey, we're going.
Yeah, we're not.
Why not?
Why not? Fucking easy train ride.
Yeah, why wouldn't he go? Batman, that'd be fun. Because you not really got anything to do.
Well, that's true. I think in April I would hope to have something to do.
You never know.
If not, I booked the time off. It's only a train ride. Because
There you go.
Okay. Apparently, Sammy Guevara and Tay Conte have confirmed their relationship of infidelity.
Whoa. That's not necessarily true. All they've confirmed is that they're with each other now. Because they kissed on New Year's.
Yeah.
The amount of people that will leave WWE for AEW will shock you. Mercedes Martinez signs with AEW.
Yeah.
Well done, sir. Well done.
About time you got one of them right.
The amount of people
Oh,
that will
Jesus.
leave WWE and sign with AEW will shock you. Rohit Raji is no longer under it with Impact.
Free agent?
He just signed a new contract like middle last year.
Wonder what happened.
So it could have been an extension.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
That could be true.
I literally just came across that on Ringside News.
George is suffering from a hamstring injury. That's why he's really only had 2 matches since like September.
Good.
Yeah, I'd have a torn hamstring too if I was fucking Lana every day.
Yup.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Yup. The amount of people that will leave WWE for AEW will shock you. Superstar Billy Graham signs a 5-year nostalgia deal with WWE. Why does Vince McMahon just has a hard on for this guy? Not a hard on, a soft spot for this guy.
But
Why not? Probably made him a lot of money in the past.
Made his dad a lot of money in the past.
Even better.
Let's go with the good news followed by the bad news. Jim Ross is cancer free.
Yay!
Yay!
he returned to AEW last week, too.
Don West's cancer has come back.
Boo!
Sean Waltman says in an interview that he is cleared to wrestle and wants to wrestle in the WWE in 2022.
Rumble.
I'll pass.
Man, you can jam him in the Rumble and get popping. It would be cool.
Yeah, that's fine. But
This
having
is-
a few singles matches? No.
This is old news because this is past the new year. WWE canceled their end of 2021 Canada dates because of the pandemic. They're
No
making
shit.
them up. They're making them up in March.
Yeah. I think it'll be later than that.
Well, they already confirmed date. Well, they've confirmed dates, but yeah, you think they're just going to push them back?
I think they're going to push him to July.
Okay. Keith Mitchell retired.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
That's cool.
40 years or something.
Yep. Let's go from one Keith to another. Keith Lee says that WWE has continued to make money off his name due to merchandise sales since his release.
Oh.
You know who else is making money off the merchandise sales since his release? Keith
fuck
Lee.
It's,
The more he opens up the mouth, the more respect I lose for him every fucking time.
well, it's in the same realm, not the same circumstance, but it's definitely the same realm as Big Swole, because this was definitely a shut the fuck up moment. You know, there's no reason to say that all it's doing is burning a bridge for no reason at all.
Yeah. Goldberg says he needs shoulder surgery. He has one more match left on his contract, but he says he may not even get it after that because if WWE wants him to do more matches, he's open to it. So he's going to hold off on shoulder surgery. Dude, you can't lift up anybody. Have the fucking surgery, bro.
You're already damn near killed multiple people in the ring.
2 more. Corporal Kirchner passed away at the age of 64.
Jesus.
And the ROH Women's Champion Roxy had a WWE tryout.
Good for her.
Mhm.
I like her. She's really good.
She is good.
And she's very young. She's 20 years old, and she's that good.
Yeah.
Imagine how good she can actually be. That's it.
That's awesome. Chip.
Hi. I have ADD, so I can do multiple things.
It's fine. It's fine.
You want my social security number, don't you?
Yes.
All right.
Chip has ADD. He's
Don't even. I've already slammed him pretty hard once today.
He's all like,
Yeah, we got you for boarding a couple times.
he's like, you want my social security? Oh, look at the kitty.
Yeah.
Kitty!
Sports Guru 728.
On that Twitter. Ryan doesn't do social media anymore.
I actually have Chip's address. Let me read it on the air.
You fucking asshole.
Until you convince me to take over the wrestling show Twitter, I'm not going to have Twitter, no.
Okay. I'm at TWS Sleazy.
I'm at, hold on, let me get the address. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, wait a second. I don't know if that's really that true. I'm at TWS Fatman.
And the show's at Sleazy Fatman on Twitter and Instagram and hopefully TikTok.
TikTok?
Why not?
Seriously?
It's the #1 website in the world. Why don't we have a presence on it? You can find our
Because
show.
we're in our 40s. That's why.
Oh, that doesn't stop anyone.
Well, that's true.
That never stopped anyone.
And actually, I think I'm the only one in the 40s on this show right now. So never mind what I'm
we're all
talking about.
fucking millennials here. You can find our show as well as everyone else on the Gear Network at gearnetwork.com. And you can find our show anywhere you get podcasts every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. And of course, with thanks to the master of the gotchas, El Jordito Marco, and of course, for Sleazy.
For the Fat Man.
This is the Wrestling Show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Peace.
I'm a truth that you seem to run from. I'm an army of one. I'm a clip in your gun. I'm the pain in the game. The bloodshed in your name. When there's nothing to gain, I'm a world gone sad.
The preceding presentation has been brought to you by the Gear Network.